Hello, still here, of course, DeAndre Swift. If you're new to the channel, we get to 2K, we give this away, and then we get to go on to the next giveaway. I want to keep giving away some more stuff, so invite your friends, invite some people that you know, and let's get this channel growing even more. We're going to be doing waiver wire pickups. This is an important episode, as all waiver wire pickups are. I'm going to go with the assumption that most leagues have like AJ Dillon picked up and some of these like bigger named players. So we're going to go into a little bit deeper players. We're going to go through 8 all the way up to 1. And some of these guys, again, are going to be taken. I'm even guessing that even like a Deontay Foreman is taken. If he's not, he'd be ahead of these guys. But I'm assuming he's not. Le'Veon Bell just released breaking news, so just know that happened. Not really an important thing, but just know that Deontay Foreman is the vet for the rest of this year. Number 8 is going to be kind of a combo. So 8A, 8B. 8A is going to be Deontay Harris. He's had 7 or more targets in 3 of his last 5 games, which is important. You want a guy that has high amount of targets. Targets equals usually production, unless you're Robbie Anderson. 19 targets over the last 3 games. He's had some actually decent games. He hasn't been the touchdown scorer as much, but the B part of that would be Traquan Smith. I don't know who to believe. I would pick Deontay Harris over Traquan, but some of these guys are in deeper leagues. If you're in 12, 14, 16 team leagues, you're really starting to look at thin players out there. So Traquan Smith has had 2 touchdowns in his last 3 games. He's more the bigger play guy. Hasn't had as many targets, kind of into that 3 or 4 range, but again, the bigger play guy. Number 7 is Marcus Johnson, 5 for 100, which is potentially, if Julio's on the IR here, he could be the guy in the next couple of weeks. Tennessee, it's a mixture. I think it's going to be a little bit of a mess there, but again, these are deeper guys that are trying to get into that B-type area on that team, with A.J. Brown, of course, being the alpha. And really, Ryan Tannehill's got to be throwing it more. And there is another Tennessee Titan that we're going to be talking about. He's number 5, but we'll get to number 6 first. And this could be higher. I'm really tempted in moving him up, but it's Wayne Gallman. And what you're like, Wayne Gallman, who the heck is that? Well, he was a former Giant. And so he is the backup to probably Cordell Patterson. Mike Davis, they don't like him. They hate him, apparently. Wayne Gallman saw a lot of work towards that second half when Cordell Patterson was gone. So Wayne Gallman could be, honestly, if Cordell Patterson's out, right now they said a mild high ankle sprain, which could mean 1 week, could mean 2, could mean 4, which means that he could be a RB2, 3. I mean, we've seen that Atlanta role actually play pretty well. And so if he's the pass-catching back in that role, it could be actually good news for Wayne Gallman. And so right now he's at 6, but he could be a lot higher. I had him kind of battling back and forth with number 5 here, which is Deontay Foreman. And Deontay Foreman, the guy who had a lot of hype when he was coming out of college, then eventually tore his Achilles. The dreaded injury for running backs that seems to basically bury them in the ground, 6 feet under. And so Deontay Foreman, 11 for 30, 2 for 48, saw an increase of some snaps from 12 to 21. That's a huge increase here. Adrian Peterson's snaps seems like they're going down. He seems like he could be the guy. Jeremy McNichols doesn't seem like he's the guy. It seems like Deontay Foreman might see himself in a bigger, more expanded role. So Tennessee's offense, you got Atlanta's offense. I think Tennessee's offense is better for touchdown-wise. Atlanta's offense seems to be a mess at times. So just, like, these running backs easily could be, like, it all depends. Do you need a running back? Do you need a wide receiver? Because we got 3 running backs, and the number 1 pickup is a guy who I already said pick up before, and so he might not be picked. He might not be available. In fact, the top 2 are, in a lot of leagues, probably taken. About 50-50. But, again, that means it's probably 64-70-30. We'll get to it. All right. If I can actually talk. Dan Arnold, again, 7 targets and 60 yards, 60 touchdowns. Oh, my goodness. 60 yards in 3 straight games. Again, consistency. Gesicki, TJ Hawkinson, both got donuts last week. Dan Arnold, you're going to get 6 points. Or you're going to get 9 points if you're in PPR, 10 points, which is, at this point, a low-end tight end 1. And there's not many of those out there. Because Conklin's usually gone, and public service announcement. If like a Logan Thomas is available, that would be another pickup that would be a good idea. So look for some of those injured players that are coming back. And also Jeff Wilson, if he's out there, that might be an idea as well, because just he's below the 8 probably. He's probably right around 8C, I guess I can call him. Just because he is a guy that has been increasing his carries, even though Elijah Mitchell seems like the clear alpha there. But we know what happens to San Francisco running backs. All of a sudden, boom, they're all gone. They're all hurt. So it could happen at any time. Number 3, Elijah Moore. 6 targets in 4 straight games. He's had 3 touchdowns in the last 2 games. Rookie wide receivers are starting to find their own. You've seen that in Waddle kind of a little bit more. You've seen that in Devontae Smith a lot. Jamar Chase has been amazing the whole entire year. This is a good wide receiver class. And Elijah Moore and Rashad Bateman were kind of in this top, let's see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, like top 5, 6 wide receivers of the class. So I think that they could easily show production. And that's where we're getting to number 2, which is Rashad Bateman, 6 for 80. Yes, a lot of it was garbage time, but still those garbage times counts. And right now, he seems like he is taking some of those targets away from Marquise Brown and having good, consistent games and good, consistent targets. I love Rashad Bateman. I'm a Gopher fan. Unfortunately, they keep losing now. And so I actually got a Rashad Bateman signed card now out of opening a pack. Actually, yeah, so we'll get... besides the, I'll show you the card when I actually bought one on a breaker. So I don't know if you know what a breaker is in a pack. If you don't, I got it from Matt's Dugout. If you ever know, if you follow that, that's a cool channel to follow if you like just to watch people open up cards. But you can actually buy a team, we're just gonna a sidebar here just for 30 seconds. And so you can actually like buy let's say if you wanted to buy the Jaguars, which are the most expensive team because everyone wants the rookie cards, Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne. And so you can actually buy that, and they'll open up a bunch of different like fancy $600 boxes of cards, and you get to keep whatever team that you buy. And so I bought the Ravens, and so I got Rashad Bateman because I'm a Gopher fan, and I mean you probably can't see. Let's see. We have cards there, but I have another card set that's going to go there. And I think I'm going to move this stuff there. Over there. Oh, over there. Oh, no. I'm on the wrong side. Where are the cards? No. Yeah, the cards over there. Yeah, the cards are there. Yeah, we're going to have some different... We're going to put some different card sets up there. I got some cool cards. I think like, there's a Tom Brady rookie card, Kobe Bryant rookie card. But I need some new stuff. Like, that's old stuff. That's like 20 years old stuff. That's like growing up kid stuff. Comment below if you were another kid that opened up a bunch of cards. I love cards. I opened up a bunch when I was a kid, so it just kind of brings me back. It's if you've ever heard of pull tabs or like scratch offs, it's kind of like the same thing, but except you get cards, and you never can totally lose because you always get at least a card. All right. Anyways, did I get to know my number 1? No, Ramondre Stevenson is my number 1, and he's taken a lot of. I mean, Ramondre Stevenson is the clear back there when healthy, and so. 20 carries, 4 receptions, 114 yards, 2 total touchdowns. He is the number 1 waiver pickup of this week, clearly. Even if Damian Harris comes back, Damian Harris has not shown full health. And so Ramondre Stevenson, I guess, if Damian Harris came back fully healthy, yeah, it takes a little bit of a knock on Ramondre Stevenson. And let's say he's for surely coming back this week, then you might have to pivot to a Foreman, a Wayne Gallman, or something along those lines, or Freeman is somehow still available, he would be ahead of Ramondre Stevenson because Devontae Freeman has a clearer path to playing time and snaps and stuff. So, again, that is the waivers. The waivers are super important at this point. So, Fab, let me know if you have questions on Fab or who to pick up. If you have a roster, you're going to send your roster and be like, hey, I'm in redraft. I'm torn between Elijah Moore and Wayne Gallman. Do you think I really need a running back, or do you think I should go for the Elijah Moore? It's like, that is a good question, and hopefully our community can also comment below too. So keep an eye out that, help us out, help each other out. This is going to be, we're getting into the nitty gritty here. We're getting into trade deadlines. We're getting into everything. So again, this is Marcus Dynasty Football Dads. Peace out. Take care. Now turn up.